If you have ever felt soft and skinny at the same time, or small but have a belly, then this video is for you, because I'm going to be going over the ultimate step-by-step guide on how to eliminate skinny fat forever. Just to be clear, there's no script, there's no editing, there's no flashy edits like bam, 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 and everything I'm going to be talking about is on this single sheet of paper, nothing else, just this. Why do I make videos like this? Because if I scripted this entire video, it would just be boring, I would sound like a robot, and everything I would say in the video would be stuff that you've heard from somebody else, saying in the same way, and the reason you're watching this video is the reason why it hasn't worked. So this is going to be the last video you ever watch, even if I stutter, even if I say the wrong thing. Will it matter? No, because I'm going to be giving you step-by-step advice on how to eliminate skinny fat completely. So, the very first thing you should do if you are skinny fat and you know you are skinny fat, first of all, what is skinny fat? It is when you have a high body fat percentage, but you are skinny or small. So you can be small, lean, well, not even lean, you could be small, skinny, but not have abs, pretty much, or have small arms, but a belly that sticks out and a small chest. Similar along those lines, if I hit a couple of points there, then you probably identify as skinny fat. I say identify, it's more of a doctor prescribing a causation, or like a prescribing a, what's the word that they do? I completely forgot. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. So, step number one into fixing skinny fat is to prioritize protein. So fixing up your diet straight away, because you can do all the other good habits I'm going to be talking about in the rest of the video, but they will not matter if you do not have the building blocks to take with your diet. Diet is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do to optimize your hormone health, your sleep, your energy on a day-to-day basis, and what gets you into the right position to get rid of skinny fat. People think, oh, since I'm skinny fat, I need to build muscle, I need to go to the gym. Although that is great, but if you go to the gym without fixing your diet or sleep or anything else, you're literally just like, you're putting Coke Zero into a Ferrari. There's no need for it. It's not going to do anything. It's just running on fumes. Like, you're just going to be running on fumes, and you can't actually be able to push yourself hard enough in the gym to see the result you are looking for. And that is the biggest thing I see with guys in the gym. And if you're wondering why I can speak about this in so much detail without any script or anything like that, is because I've been doing this for the last 3 years, training myself, which is something I really struggled with. 1.5 years of coaching guys having this problem, because it is a worldwide problem. It is on the rise, and I feel like it's even more dangerous than being obese because of this thing called visceral fat. Now, this is basically fat around your organs and not around your body. Of course, there's not as much fat around here, doesn't look as bad, but the fat is stored inside your body, and this is what clogs up your organs from preventing, obviously, stuff like blood and oxygen getting shot up to the rest of your body, and all the other good stuff that your body needs to do to run on a day-to-day basis, which if you have fat clogging around your arteries, it's going to be a lot more difficult. And somebody who's obese, they obviously know that's a problem, but skinny fat, you just think you're regular health, or according to stuff like BMI or other health indicators, you are considered healthy, which is not the case, and that's what I'm here to do. And if you have ever wanted to eliminate it completely, like so many other guys, then you can actually check out the link in the description, but that's obviously not what you're here for, the free guide. So, we went through diet, we kind of understand prioritizing protein, but also whole foods. If the food did not exist 200 years ago, it's probably not a whole food, realistically. So, as much as you can, I would just say the best advice I would have for prioritizing protein is just eliminating carbs. Not completely, but limiting them, I would say, because you can get away with limiting carbs pretty easily, because you don't have essential vitamins and minerals as much coming from carbs as they do from healthy fats and proteins. like there's only specific nutrients that you can get maybe from proteins and fats that you can easily get, like you can get from carbs, but it's so much easier to get from proteins and fats. So what I'd recommend is, of course, the chicken thighs, salmon, beef mince, eggs, even egg whites for protein, solely protein, Greek yogurt, skyr, peanut butter for healthy fats, avocados, obviously eggs for healthy fats as well. Even nuts is great for like testosterone and stuff, for hormones. Carbs, again, if the carb did not exist 200, 300 years ago, it was grown, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, even like pastas I'd probably avoid, because it's just filler, realistically, in my opinion. But I think the best practices is just doing a bit of education on food labels. Check the type of stuff, check the type of packaging as well. So if you see a packet, like food that's packaged in a different way, check it. If it's got like 90% beef mince, but then it's got like weird things that you've never heard of, like caking agent and stuff like that, it just sounds weird. It doesn't sound real. Then you should probably avoid it. Like, I know it's hard and it would probably cost more money, but I'd much rather operate at a higher level than spend less money, save money, and be a bit more brain dead, because it just, for me, that is the biggest win. I think another thing with it is, I would say step 2, you need to just get resistance training as well. You just need to get in the gym some way or another, some way training to give your body to adapt to. I think if you're not giving your body something to change or some reason to change, of course diet is great, but you just end up becoming a smaller or bigger version of yourself. Because if you don't actively try to build muscle or try to let your body build in new building blocks, like new resistance or new stimuli is the right term, then you are just kind of spinning your wheels. So of course, progressive overloading is a big thing. I know if you probably watched videos just like this, you probably know that already, but simply broken down is take a rep range like 10 to 12. If you hit 12 of the rep range, then it's too light, up the weight. Then if you get 12 again, up the weight. If you get 12 again, up the weight, until you can no longer do 12 reps, until you can only hit about 8 or 10. If you can only hit 8 or 10, then on that point, you then keep moving that same weight until you can hit 12 reps with that new harder weight. And that's how you're gonna get stronger over time. Pretty simple. Doesn't really matter what rep range you use, as long as you're training to failure. Which goes on to my next point. Train to failure in the gym, but rest just as hard. I'm recording on the bed, of course. You need to be sleeping at least 9 hours. I don't care what anybody else says. From 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., I am locked in. Like, nobody is bothering me. I don't go out at any time during that time. I don't go on my phone, nothing. That is purely dedicated to sleeping, nothing else. I don't care if you say, oh, I slept at 12, woke up at 6, that's 6 hours sleep. It's not. It's more like 4.5, 5. Because just the way the body works, you're going to be waking up throughout the middle of the night if you go to the toilet, or just by regular sleep cycles, you're going into deep and non-deep sleep, like REM sleep and all that other good stuff, psychology and that. But yeah, you need to be dedicating a certain amount of time, especially if you have a wearable. You know exactly how much sleep you're actually getting, and the moment you get one, you realize how chronically underslept you actually are. And it's the biggest game changer for any sort of progress, is just to sleep better, because then it just sets up the rest of your day. You don't have to feel like you have to take a nap in the middle of the day every single day, which I know so many people do, and it's the biggest waste of time in my opinion. As I do that, I'm scratching my eye like I'm tired. But number 4 is going to be mindset. Is you need to have a bulletproof mindset, and you need to build some strong discipline. It's going to be hard, of course, at the start, but everything's difficult at the start. I like to reframe it as like, when I see myself so bad at something, I just think of the newbie gains. Obviously the newbie gains in the gym, but like when you start something so bad, it's like, how good at this thing can I get in a month's time or 2 months' time, because that is the fastest amount of progress that you can possibly make. So if you dedicate just a month or two, how much progress can you make? And the biggest motivation in anything is seeing progress. So if you can genuinely see the progress, not only track your progress as well, is going to be the biggest thing. With progress pictures, weights in the gym, your weight on the scale, just anything that you can track, like sleep as well with the wearable, anything that you can track will be measured and you can improve on. Because if you don't have data, you have no idea what your starting point is, and you no idea how to improve it. That is the biggest thing. So if you're not dialing that in, you need to dial that in. But I think everything that I need to be covered, I think the main thing why your body looks the way that it does and why you're on this video is because a lack of hormone balance or hormone disruption. The habits that you've built, lifelong habits, has caused you to have the body that you do. The stress, the hormones, the cortisol, the lack of testosterone will be causing that physique. So basically all the other stuff will help you build up testosterone. Of course, fixing the diet is a great one. Sleep is dialed in, is going to be great as well. But you have to be living like a man that doesn't have the physique you currently have. And the thing is, you're not going to see the results straight away, which is going to be unmotivating. But the thing is, you cannot lose if you don't quit. And that's what I always tell myself, is I don't play the game to get results anymore. I play the game because I enjoy the game that's being played. And I think so many people need to realize that as well, is by playing the game, you're winning. By being in the game, you've already won. Because there's so many people that can't be in it. And that's the thing that people don't understand, is that to beat skinny fat is you just have to play the game. And sometimes it will take a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But I can promise you, if you click the link in the description, I'll help you fix it in literally 90 days. And if you don't, I can refund you all your money. I don't care. It's a free call. I would love to discuss your problems, how I can fix it. If I haven't covered it in this video, then I will literally give you a full guide on your problem and how to fix it within 15 minutes or less. So if that sounds anything interesting, if that sounds at all interesting, then you can go check that out. And I look forward to speaking with you, and I look forward to see how I can help you, because I know I will. Because if you've watched this far, you're the type of person I want to help. Other than that, I hope you... don't even know what I said. But I hope I catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.